What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. As always, we have some new details to talk about. I know a lot of people are like, well, there's not actually a lot of stuff going on, but thank you to the Tokyo Game Show where they took Avengers 2. We thankfully do have some very cool things to talk about in this video, and most of it does start from the mythical lands of Reddit. Now, of course, if you guys are still hyped up for this game, drop a like on the video, but I want to dive into the first really cool thing that has been pointed out from the gameplay that we have seen loads of times, right? But there have already been some updates to what we see visually. Now, it was posted by It Is a Bear, and he's a really popular guy on this Reddit page. If you guys haven't already joined it as well, definitely go ahead and join the Marvel Avengers Reddit page. It is a really cool community. But he pointed out, and again, as you guys see on screen, lots of changes to the HUD. You got a new bar under the HP, new enemy damage, new tutorial pop-ups, and more coming. So of course, it pretty much is just right in front of our face here. We can see not too much. I mean, you can see above the enemies you got assault, and I can't exactly read 100%, like I feel I'm partially blind at this stage, what that next word says, but then right in front of our faces we have a little tutorial pop-up. Of course, you hold L2, you press R2 to throw essentially the hammer. Then of course to the left you got the normal stuff, you know, clever way to the civilians. But this was something very small but interesting to point out, because a lot of people, you know, are talking about the health bars. Some people saying they don't actually like them and that they hate them. I did see a comment that says, you know, it's almost like a AAA Marvel MMO. How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comment section below. I think over time it's just going to be a situation where these things will stay in the game, but it's a matter of being flexible and just simply being able to toggle it on and off. I don't think there's going to be any more to that. Now, the next one does come from Kawawa, again on Reddit, and it's a really cool one. It's some new ability names and learned from the Tokyo Game Show panel, of course, because we saw a lot more gameplay here. So little things. These are things that didn't essentially trigger up, you know, back when we saw the first gameplay. Again, these are tutorial pop-ups and so forth. So first of all, you guys see all the pictures on screen. He did kind of break it down below. You got Unibeam, which we already know is Iron Man's assault ability. You got Veil of Shadows, and that is Black Widow's invisibility ability. I don't know why that was like a tongue twister. Then we got Steamroller, that is Captain America's assault ability. You got Warrior's Fury, which is Thor's support ability, which seems to give some kind of effect for 10 seconds. And then of course we have a Brooklyn Brawl as well, which is with Captain America, and that's something that we did see from the main Avengers Twitter account when they do their whole little character spotlights and so forth. So I thought that was really cool to point out, and I think all these little tutorial things that are popping up, these are just things that we partially knew about, but you know, we haven't actually seen. So when you see it, bang, you just know exactly what's going on, and I think that is a really cool little pop-up to have. Again, it's definitely going to be something you just toggle on and off. Now, the next one is about hulkbuster enemies. Now, this was posted again on Reddit. I'm going to leave links to these posts in the description below. We got one user that says, honestly, these hulkbuster enemies look insane. Can't wait to see how every Avenger deals with them. Hopefully we'll get to see this at, of course, the New York's Comic Con. We know right now that October, they said they're going to be showing a whole lot more of this game. In terms of like the single player aspect and just general gameplay. We know in terms of co-op, they have mentioned that they will be, you know, I guess starting the train on showing off that whole section a whole lot more early next year, which makes sense, of course, as you get closer to the release date, they're going to be showing a whole lot more. But I'm really excited to see what they will be revealing in October. We're literally, look, we're halfway through September more or less, so we are definitely onto something really cool. Now, on the Tokyo Game Show, it was a long live stream, but thank you to someone who goes by the name Deus Ex Ventress, again on Reddit. He did post some small little details. Now, some of these things we more or less do know, you know, like Iron Man and Hulk having different types of melee moves, etc. So I'm gonna leave a link to this post, or again I'll show it on screen so you guys can maybe pause the video and check it out. But these are some details that we partially knew, partially didn't know. Again, take it how you want, but we do have some details here, more or less about combat. Again, Hulk is the most polished character as it stands. Iron Man we know has long range melee and short range punches and all that kind of stuff. Again, we got a lot of details in here, so you can definitely check that out, but right now I think October is going to be the month where a whole lot of new details is just going to come falling on us like a ton of bricks, in a good way of course, and definitely new gameplay, because it's safe to say a lot of people are kind of fed up of just seeing the same, you know, A-Day demo, gameplay, whatever you want to call it at this stage. So something refreshing is definitely needed. But guys, it's going to wrap up this video here. Subscribe for more awesome content as always if you haven't already. If you missed a previous video, we were talking about 8 shocking superhero games that had to be cancelled. So if you didn't check that one out, check it out. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.